In our latest paper, Authenticity in the Pursuit of Mutuality During Crisis, we explore how organisations negotiate interests around mutuality, for example, their interests for performance and productivity in relation to employees' well-being concerns. The context that organisations operate in are dynamic, and within this, interests are constantly shifting. Therefore, aligning interests, i.e. the pursuit of mutuality, is an ongoing process of renegotiation between employers and employees.
In our study, we examined 5 case study organisations in different sectors and sizes, as well as points of their well-being journey. This enabled us to account for different contexts, as well as variability in organisational responses. Within each case study, we interviewed leaders, managers, and employees, gaining multiple experiences and viewpoints of how shifts in interests were being addressed.
Our findings show how organisations respond to shifts in interests, as well as the dynamic nature of those shifts. We find that organisations build authenticity by acting consistently and showing a genuine concern for employees' well-being in renegotiating interests as those interests shift.
As is illustrated in the figure, the pursuit of mutuality is an ongoing process, rather than something to be achieved with an endpoint. Within this, authenticity work involves the organisation noticing, understanding, and acting upon changes in employees' well-being interests as they occur. We find that the assumptions and expectations that employees make about the intent of the organisation's actions are crucial. When these are positive, employees feel supported and reciprocate through commitment, whereas negative attributions can result in perceived inauthenticity of the organisation's approach, causing an imbalance in the meeting of employee needs, therefore compromising mutuality. At the heart of the alignment of interests is the strength of the relationship between employees and their employer, because this establishes the basis for reciprocity. This can be viewed as ranging from low quality, being characterized by simplistic or quid pro quo exchanges, to high quality, embodying support and commitment. We find that authenticity is built over time and comprises patterns of past and present activities through which organizations channel efforts to be authentic in their concern for their employees' well-being. Building authenticity improves the relationship by instigating a broader range of exchange, and it's therefore a vital component of mutuality, shifting the quality of the employment relationship to allow for future mutual benefits.
They truly care. This is the first place where I've worked where the core employee goes first. Because if you have a happy employee, you have a productive one. It really means that. They are very, very respectful. The expectation is that we're going to have to work to make sure these children make double the amount of progress for the time they've missed. So the emphasis is going to be on the children, I think, rather than staff.
Authenticity work relies on having good mechanisms and structures to empower open dialogue, enabling organisations to understand and act on shifts in wellbeing interests. Organisations achieve this by moving away from top-down communication approaches and embedding structures that enable employees to be heard and understood. Some good examples from our cases include engaging in leader reflexivity, appropriate issue-raising forums, collaborative processes for issue resolution, as well as daily calls between leaders, managers and their employees.
Even last week, I went out during the day. I went out 2 or 3 times in the back garden. And we did have a very busy day, but I told people I'm doing it, so they can see I'm doing it, and therefore they don't feel bad about being away from their computers.
Our study is important because we offer a framework of authenticity building as a dynamic account of how organizations may become more authentic in the context of the employment relationship. And this is imperative because authenticity building leads to better quality relations characterized by support and commitment, good for employees and good for the organization.